What is going on, survivors? Today we're going to be talking about how to tame this guy, the Tropeognathus. These guys are a new creature that got added out when the Crystal Isles map came out. And we're a little late to the party, but I figured we needed to pick up on some arc taming. We haven't done these in a little while either. These birds are probably my new favorite flyer, to be perfectly honest. They're just so useful. They're pretty awesome. So we're going to talk about their abilities, how to tame them, where to find them, and all that good stuff. So let's start with the abilities while we got this guy here. So these guys, I don't know, they're about the size of a tappy, and they can be compared to a tappy in a lot of ways. The way they maneuver and even the sounds are pretty much that of a tappy. The saddle that they get is a saddle that you will actually make on a fabricator, and I believe it's, I mean, what level do we get this at? 65. So 65, you make it out of fabricator, and it is going to require a decent amount of stuff. Now, the thing to remember with this is these saddles have a weapon damage associated with it. And why might you ask that? Because I have a giant grenade launcher on top of this guy. That's right, I said a grenade launcher. The Tropeognathus, whom I will affectionately name Thunderbutt. Thunderbutt. It's fitting because we have this normal movement speed that doesn't seem like it's all that much fun, but then enabling this. So you have a normal kind of a cruise control out of Thunderbutt, and then you have a speed, like a speed boosting as well. Now, this means that you need gasoline in the inventory of the Tropeognathus with this saddle on it for this to work. So it is gasoline powered. The other nice thing about this is that you put grenades in its inventory and you can fire grenades. So let's turn our HUD back on here. And we actually have a crosshair showing up. And with the alternate attack, it just fires grenades at things. Now pay attention to this. It is a grenade, so it is splash damage. If you're shooting at things that are too close to you, it is going to do damage to you as well. And having a higher grade Tropeognathus saddle is actually going to give you more weapon damage. So if you're finding higher level Tropeognathus saddles, they're definitely worth it, not only from the armor perspective, but also from the weapon damage perspective as well. And if you're using, I don't know, something like the upgrade bench mod, that's definitely useful here as well. You'll be able to upgrade these things and get into a pretty nasty damage if you really want to. Without the saddle, you can ride these things without the saddle. You don't have to have them, but the problem is without the saddle, you get no sprint. You get your base little bite attack. You get your little secondary scoop attack. Let me switch around to the front so we can actually see this. Like, he kind of bites things with his beak, and what that'll actually do is pick up critters. So you can pick up all the small creatures, and there's a list on their wiki of what the creatures can. But basically anything small. You're not gonna be able to pick up anything big. Sorry to bum you out. Now, double tapping the takeoff button will actually do this wing push thing, sort of like the wyverns do. And it's just simply double tap. Now, it does look like there's a timer on that. You can't really use it all that much, and it does require a decent amount of stamina to do. So yes, obviously this thing is going to fit a lot of roles. The weight and carry stats aren't terribly bad. This is only a level 23, but these are bare bones stats. I'm not increased them or anything, so they're not bad. Don't worry about the melee damage. You're never going to use it really. You're primarily going to be shooting grenades at stuff anyway. I would say if you're looking for things to level this guy up in health, weight, stamina, pretty much it. You don't really need to do too much else. Like I said, movement speed is something, obviously it's a flyer, so you're not going to be able to upgrade the movement speed without mods on there. Predominantly you're looking at weight, stamina, health. I would even say more stamina and a little bit of weight, but more stamina and health than anything else. Mainly so you can fly around for longer periods of time, and if you do get those accidental burst shots where it hits you as well, you'll be able to recover from that a little bit better. But that is pretty much it. These guys eat meat afterwards. These guys do eat meat after you tame them, and that is what we're going to talk about next. Alrighty, so Tropeognathus. You're going to find these guys on the White Shores. It's predominantly where they're going to be. Usually going to be flying above the tree line like this guy up here. That's pretty much it. Periodically, you're going to find them walking around on the ground. That's obviously the easier out of all the ways to tame this thing if it was on the ground. Clearly this isn't. Now, if you're more mid to late game, got some cool stuff that'll help you get airborne, you can totally use that. A Quetzal platform would probably be amazing for this specific adventure, but I wanted to do this on foot just to show you that you can do this without all that jazz. So, I have some building materials. I got foundations, ceilings, and pillars with me. I also have some bolas, a ballista, this rifle with a scope, and the kibble that it prefers. Now, this thing's a meat eater, so it'll eat just about any meat. Obviously, the better quality meat, the better, but exceptional kibble is the kibble of choice for this guy. And really the only reason I have this rifle out here is to get its attention. I want to get it mad at me. There we go. And this thing's gonna get mad. Basically, I want this guy to come after me so that we can bola him. And there he is. Now, I'm going to take these pillars and build me a little pen around this guy. Now, you gotta be fast about this, because this guy can easily escape said boa and try to eat me. Alright, so obviously not pretty. That's not the idea of this thing. The idea of this thing is just to hold it in place. Now, you can make a pen ahead of time and try to get it to cart you in there, or whatever you want to do. Having it on your person, however, kind of keeps this guy still. Anyway, obviously not the best thing that I've ever built, but the idea is just to get it hold it in place. That's it. That's really all you're trying to do, is to bola it and then build something to keep it down. Definitely easier if this is a two-person gig, because multiple people can be doing this at one time. So, the other interesting part to this is that you actually need chain bolas to tame this thing. So, normal bolas will not work. They'll still work in the means of immobilizing it, but it won't work in the means of you actually being able to feed it. So, get a ballista, get your chain bolas, chain bola this guy. I'm gonna get off of here. Walk over here and feed exceptional kibble to Tame. Now this was a low level, so obviously kibble's probably going to do it the first go around, but that is pretty much it. Now, once this guy's penned up, you can, obviously you can shoot as many bolas as you need to. It's stuck in there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mind your business. It's always something. There's always something out here. You never have a good time. Anywho, that's pretty much it. Now, obviously, there's more refined ways of doing this. We could make the pen, like I said, we can make the pen kind of like a griffin trap and get it to chase us in there. I mean, you could do that. You could have a Quetzal with, you could have a Quetzal flying around with chain bolas attached to it. I mean, there's many varied ways. I mean, we could do a parachute platform with a chain bola on it and just kind of walk around out here and knock them out. I just wanted to basically show you that you can do that. You can tame this critter without any of that stuff, as long as you have a little bit of ingenuity. And the idea really, the plan is to have the structures with you ahead of time so that you can box this sucker in as soon as you bring it down. Pillars might not have been the best call. I mean, you could probably do dino gates or something like that, but I definitely wanted a ceiling. The only thing I would change really is I would probably advise you to make part of this ahead of time so that you're not quite as rushed when you're waiting for that bola timer to come off of this guy. But that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Pretty cut and dry sort of tame. You do not need a saddle on this guy, so you can ride it without a saddle, but you're not going to get any of the cool benefits. It kind of handles like a tappy, handles kind of like a tappy, but the problem is if you don't have any of the cool saddle on top of it, you won't be able to do like a sprint or anything like that. You're just getting this bare movement out of it. And there we got it. We got a Tropeo. So pretty simple, not too terribly complex. But there we pretty much have it. The Tropeo. These guys are really fun. They're probably one of my most favorite tames now. I love the color schemes on them. They're always like these crazy I thought the Tropeognathus were colorful. These guys kind of blow that out of the water. Little goofy looking, but they have a whole lot of uses. And the ability to shoot grenades off the back of them make this thing absolutely entertaining to me. Obviously, you'll be able to breed these guys that lay eggs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And look at those teeth. How can you say no to those teeth? Look at so goofy head. You look like a funny looking head. You do. You're endearingly goofy looking. I think so anyway. Yeah, pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and see you next time.